Welcome everyone to this week's edition of the WyoSports video blog. I'm Robert Gagliardi, Senior Editor of WyoSports, here to preview the University of Wyoming men's basketball game Wednesday against Utah State. Senior night for the Cowboys, for 5 seniors play their final regular season game at the Arena-Auditorium, and maybe getting back home for the Cowboys will be what they need. It's been a rough stretch. Losers of 2 straight, losers of 4 of their last 6. A week ago at this time, Cowboys were tied for second in the Mountain West Conference. Now they're in 5th place and just a game ahead of Fresno State for 6th. So it's been a rough stretch and kind of a lot of uncharacteristic basketball from the Cowboys in the last couple of games, and losses at home to Fresno State and at UNLV last Saturday. They just don't seem to be playing with that same defensive edge, although, not that their point totals have been high for these opposing teams. It's just, it just seems like they're just not playing with that same edge. And even Coach Larry Scheitz said since the mononucleosis hit this team back about a month ago, the team just hasn't had the same bounce. And right now is a time where it needs to find that bounce as we're getting into the final week of the regular season, the Mountain West Tournament coming up. So the Cowboys need to get that bounce back, and maybe the emotion of a senior night will help that. But they're going to have to rely a lot more on emotion. Utah State's coming in here, winners of 6 straight. Ahead of the Cowboys by a game in the conference standings, a team that beat Wyoming in Logan 56-44 back in late January. So they're going to have to rely more on on playing good, solid basketball and not just on emotion. And I think the start of that is to me, I think the Cowboys need to get back to doing what got them to 21 wins so far this season, and that's focusing mostly on defense, trying to get stops, and being efficient on offense. I think with this kind of latest styles of play where they're trying to push the ball a little bit more at times and attack the basket, I think it's good. I'm not saying it's been horrible, but I wonder sometimes if that's hurting the defense a little bit, especially the perimeter defense. And these last 4 losses that the Cowboys have had, teams have made at least 10 3-pointers. 3 teams have made 10. UNLV was 11 of 19 from 3-point range last Saturday. So the perimeter defense needs to improve, especially in this game against Utah State that shoots about 40% from 3-point range. Chris Smith shoots over 50% from 3. Jalen Moore, he shoots 45%. There's about 4 or 5 guys, as Larry Scheitz said, the Aggies can put 4 or 5 guys out there that can go off for 18 to 20 points a night. Cowboys have to do a better job of guarding the perimeter, and at least if they're going to take threes, make them be contested. And in a lot of these games and those losses, it's not like there were some open looks for a lot of these teams. Some of them there's a little bit of luck involved. A couple banked in at times for UNLV and this and that, and guys who normally don't make shots that made a lot of them. But nonetheless, whether they're guys that don't, their numbers don't indicate they shoot a lot of 3-pointers or shoot them well, Cowboys are going to need to do a good job on the perimeter Wednesday night. And I think another key will be Larry Nance Jr. Look, he's still coming back from the mono. He's only been back a couple games. He's even admitted he's not 100%, but he's close. And obviously teams are going to key on Nance. That's not brain surgery there. But maybe if Wyoming can get Nance going early, get him a couple of shots, and he makes a couple of shots early, that'll get him in a little bit of a rhythm. He's been 7 of 20 from the field since he came back. And obviously, a lot of that has to do with good defense from the opposition. But also, I think Larry's still trying to recover from that from mono. Still probably not where the conditioning needs to be. But if he can get going early and gain some confidence early, I think that'll be big for the Cowboys. So those are the keys, I think, in this game tonight. Utah State's 5-3 on the road in Mountain West play. They've won in some places. They've won at Boise State. They've won some big road games. So it doesn't look good for Wyoming on paper, but on a senior night, they need to get back to playing good basketball. I'm going to pick the Cowboys in a close one here. I'm going to go Wyoming 59, Utah State 55. That'll do it for this edition of the WyoSports video blog. For more University of Wyoming sports coverage, see the Wyoming Tribune Eagle and Laramie Boomerang, and also log on to wyosports.net. Thank you very much, everybody.